Thank you, Robin. Undoubtedly, the car tomorrow is a safer race car, and here's why.
The biggest problem I have with that car, what? It's ugly.
A 7-year project that NASCAR undertook with the help of the manufacturers and the race teams to develop a safer car, a more competitive race car, and a more cost-efficient race car for our team owners.
One of the reasons why we have this car is because, you know, I feel like there's only certain teams out there that have really figured out how to get their bodies to maximize the downforce and still get through inspection with the current templates. And this car eliminates that a lot.
The key to the car tomorrow has to do with the front splitter.
That COT car right now with the bump stops, we've been working, well, day and a half, and we're still working on them, but usually we work on aero stuff down here. Now that just gave us a different outlook to look on because NASCAR's got our hands tied.
First, we have expanded and strengthened the roll cage by building a double frame rail on the driver's side with steel plating on the outside of the roll cage door bars to help prevent intrusion during car-to-car or car-to-wall impact.
Whoa, whoa, guys, whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
Through extensive testing and research, we've shared technology with a new partner, Dow Automotive, to develop an energy management material that is installed between the roll cage door bars and door panels to attenuate the energy upon impact.
You mentioned mistakes. Would you say that the car tomorrow was one of those?
It was to be innovative in a safety, good, smart way.
Gordon comes up.
Oh, he got Kenton. Oh, and there goes Jeff. Jeff's in the inside wall, hard
Into the wall. Caution will wave. Caution will wave. The field is frozen. We'll be coming back to 4 to go.
What do you think the price was? I mean, you're talking attendance, TV ratings, all those things?
Well, that one was, hey, the cars don't look good.
With a greater emphasis on the look of the cars, production designers were brought in from Ford, Dodge, Toyota, and Chevrolet to give the race cars design cues that better resemble the street car versions.
Here comes Gordon on the outside.
Jeff Gordon has moved up in front. He's Tony Stewart and to get the push by. Jeff Gordon, a 5-time Talladega winner. He knows how to get it done. And Jeff Gordon takes the win at Talladega.
Unbelievable. The car tomorrow.
Great race at the very end.
Yes, sir. A lot of give and take there. He's going to do a little bump and run here. They're going to drag race to the finish line. Yes. Kyle Busch in the 5. We talked about it earlier. Kyle Busch will always have the claim. Nobody can ever take it away that he won the very first race car tomorrow.
What about that 5?
I'm still not a very big fan of these things. I can't stand to drive them. They suck.
Well, the good thing is, though, you scored your first short track win. Steve?
Fitting that the car of now for NASCAR, driver of the future, 21-year-old Kyle Busch, but still said at victory lane, hey, I don't care, I still don't like the way these things
Well, I mean, he better get used to it because next week we're going right back to Martinsville. He's got to do it one more time, but it's got to feel...
The car tomorrow ushers in a new era for NASCAR, focusing on safety. It also has resulted in the development of a race car that places the emphasis on the true heroes in our sport, the drivers. Thank you.
The fine line between saving drivers' lives and killing your fan base had never been so apparent. 6 full years of the car tomorrow, aka the COT, saw a dominant reign.
If you don't think he's going to be one of the greatest, think again.
Looking at the 5-time champion.
A new style of racing that was universally hated at the time.
Surprised at that. It's Talladega. On his car on pit road, here he is back in the top 10, Jeff Hammond. That's right.
A car that looked nothing like the ones you'd see on the streets.
And one of the most interesting aspects is the challenge that all of these championship-worthy drivers face. This race car, everyone knows, is more difficult to drive than the old race car that they were racing before. It presents a challenge each and every weekend.
but not a single driver killed in 20 plus years from all these advancements.
Brightest day. Today it's one of its saddest. Dale Earnhardt has been pronounced dead at Halifax Hospital this evening. It happened on this...
The rear wing of the COT was the most unusual part of the design. And with a car that was built to be safer, one piece of the car's functionality was shockingly overlooked that would in turn put drivers and spectators in serious danger.
What we're looking at here is the wake coming over this wing. And all of a sudden, there's this separation over the rear wing, and this separation creates low pressure, which now lifts the back of this car up in the air, and that creates our flipping problem. Furthermore, what we can see is that the flow actually reattaches to the roof. And this is where the roof flaps are, and we were hoping to have the low pressure over the roof flaps, because that would pull them up and keep the car on the ground.
He's all over you here, just you and him.
Carl Edwards restarted 8th.
If that 09 can stay hooked to the back of that 99, it's going to be hard to get him. It's going to be close right here at the line.
Can Keselowski try to win it?
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no! Turns it. No! Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car. No! Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable.
Carl Edwards' car destroyed, and Junior's protege, Keselowski, the winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around and ready to climb out.
Larry, look at that. The carburetor's gone off the engine.
It's completely gone.
When the COT cars would get spun backwards at a high rate of speed, the wing would act as a parachute. Not only that, but the pressure from the air would lift the trunk open slightly to create an even bigger pocket for air to catch, sending the cars airborne. This particular crash would send debris into the Talladega crowd, sending 7 people to the hospital, including 2 that were airlifted there, with 1 suffering a broken jaw.
And the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski.
And we have a caution.
My goodness.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Keselowski was on track for a 6th place finish.
Boy,
we're told there was contact between Edwards and Keselowski.
And have we seen that somewhere once before?
Talladega last year and early in this race at lap 41.
A little crossover move here by Carl. Clean here, clean here. Just slight contact.
Oh,
look at that thing go.
That looks so much like Edwards' turnover at Talladega off the bumper of Keselowski.
It really did, and I'm so wondering and hoping that when they put the spoiler back on these cars, they'll quit turning over like this.
Keselowski's put the window net down.
In this particular instance, the car was completely backwards, creating a bigger pocket of air behind the car and also opening the trunk that much more, ensuring that this flip didn't need the assistance of another car hitting it to get it airborne.
Roof flaps deployed, but it did not sit that car back down. I'm like you, Darrell. I'm going to be so glad to see that rear spoiler back on these cars.
I think that's it's got to be something to that.
That car took a hard hit in the left A pillar, the windshield post right in front of the driver.
You just see how that wing sticks out so far out the back of the car, behind the car. It almost looks, if it'll create downforce with the car going forward, it's got to create a pocket of air behind it when it gets around backwards.
Guys, you saw it right there. Those white gloves, they made a turn to the right.
Brad Keselowski has climbed out of his Penske Dodge.
Keselowski managed to walk away due to the incredible safety advancements of the COT car, but at the same time, NASCAR's negligence in not properly testing the rear wing's disruption in the roof flaps really put their other safety advancements through unnecessary on-track tests.
3 years ago, in March of 2007, NASCAR introduced at the Bristol race the car of tomorrow that we're still racing today. Well, the unique feature about that car was the rear wing on the back of the car. 3 years later, starting in Martinsville this weekend, the rear wing is going away, and we're going back to the conventional rear spoiler that we were used to seeing for so many years on our race car.
Luckily, shortly after this incident, the spoiler would make its triumphant return at Martinsville, and it would stay for good. The spoilers gave the car a more classic stock car look and made them safer in high-speed situations. The COT wasn't all bad. It assuredly saved drivers' lives, and with the combination of the safer barriers, it prolonged careers.
Man, look at this car.
Oh man, further back, Elliott Sadler. And look at this engine is out of this thing.
Oh my God.
Elliott, he's got the helmet off already. That is the best news.
You can see he
is in some pain. Oh man, I hate to see this. Check the lower right of your screen.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Head on into that arm coat.
That's down in a 90-degree
corner. Whoa, guys. Whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life. He hit that wall a ton. Oh, my gosh.
Michael's moving around in the car. My goodness. That car just hooked.
When Dale Earnhardt was taken from us in the 2001 Daytona 500, safety innovations began immediately, and in my opinion, the man the COT car saved the most was the one that carried the torch after Dale Sr. passed it, Jeff Gordon.
And what a break that was for Gordon, but look on the high side. Oh, Gordon comes up.
Oh, he got Kenton. Oh, and there goes Jeff. Jeff's in the inside wall, hard into the wall.
Caution will wave. Caution will wave. The field is frozen. We'll be coming back to 4 to go.
That was, and he almost got clipped again.
24 car.
Yeah, this is probably from the same contact that put Jimmy Johnson in the pits under green.
Well, he did not need this. Remember, he's back in 6th in the points in that ever-enlarging bubble area.
Yeah, he's got some damage. He's hit the wall. These guys got some work to do here. Oh, he's got big-time damage here.
Top of your screen. Let's see if we can watch. There he is right there. Oh.
Yeah, there must have been a fender rub there that cut that right front tire.
That's the worst kind when it's really not smoking. It wasn't showing anything. We see from Kevin Harvick's view right here. Worst place for the tire to let go in the game.
Now, if you got back trouble, you're going to know it here. 400 miles, I can tell you, because this place. Oh no! Goodness gracious!
In the wall, hard.
Just snapped loose all at once.
That was a hard lick.
Like he said, that hurt. The last thing that the man needed was pound the wall like that. That car just snapped.
He was playing with the throttle, Darrell. You could see it on our throttle trace through 1 and 2.
Up just a little bit, tries to diamond it down, got it on the bottom here, but watch this thing. Just quickly snaps at the worst possible place.
He was trying to drive out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here, and man, there's nothing you can do right there. You try to correct it, but it's too late. It's so fast. Slide. Man, and that's right out. No safer barrier right there.
That was pure wall there.
Huge crash here at Watkins Glen. Heavy contact. Jeff Gordon involved. Jeff Burton is there. Jeff Gordon is yet to come out. Now he is climbing out of the car.
I'd say we're done for the day.
It's a very fast part of the racetrack. As you come out of turn 9, you're wide open. Anything happens, there is room to avoid it, but obviously these guys were in a position not to do that, and Sam Hornick's car taking a huge lead. All of these guys are out of the cars. That's a good thing. See, we saw Jeff Burton on the other side of the guardrail.
Let's show you what happened here a moment ago on lap 61.
Here's Sam Hornick racing with Casey Kane as they come out of the corner. Oh,
Looks like Casey got loose and tried to correct it. Got into Sam, and goodness gracious, what
Just as we saw the other day. Wow, huge lick by Jeff Gordon. It's good to see him get out of his car.
And Sam Hornish. Both of those cars hit extremely hard on that second impact.
Gordon head on into the Armco barrier.
We saw this happen with Jason Leffler's car the other day, get thrown back, and Jeff Gordon wide open, nowhere to go.
It's good to see those guys get out of the car.
Joey Logano just missing the inside of the 77 car when he came by.
Right along with Jeff Gordon here. Be ready, folks. This is hard. Ooh. Man, just no time to do anything.
And there's no safer barrier there. That's just an Armco barrier, steel barrier. Fortunately, Jeff able to get the helmet off and walk away. Hard lick here.
I think the 24 is going to get boxed right here as they try to go three wide.
Four wide. Stuart Slater. Gordon's hard into the wall. There's Edwards.
Gordon and Stewart, and then cars trying to sweep by on the outside. Menard, Montoya, McMurray, Harvick, or rather Boyer, all get caught up in it.
What a wadded up mess.
The big one in Texas takes the pole sitter and the driver who's led the most laps, Gordon. He is running the outside.
Oh, there they go. There
Gordon
they go.
Slammed. Menard, Mark Martin. It's a crash fest in the backstretch.
They couldn't keep doing that, Mike. They just couldn't.
Boy, it's like Boyer became the meat and the sandwich between the 17 of Kenseth and the 27 of Menard.
Yeah, and Jeff Gordon slammed that inside wall hard, left driver's side. Watch Jeff Gordon's car as he goes down and hits driver's side down here on the inside wall, and I don't think that's safe for barrier. That was a hard lick right there on that driver's side.
And instead of being able to drive it back, Jeff has climbed from the car.
Ah, that hurt. Tell you what, I find the worst freaking place to hit damn walls.
Well, you said it hurt. You okay?
It knocked the wind out of me a little bit there. I mean, I seem to find the worst angles of walls, and as hard as it hit on that left side, it must have hit the corner of that inside wall. Again, I wish they had a safer barrier there. I seem to be able to find the ones without the safer barrier.
You live and you learn. And though it was an incredibly weird time for NASCAR, it gave us some of our favorite moments that we'll never forget.
Everybody's in the grass.
There we go.
Oh,
drove right by him with the car stick. Here comes Jimmy Johnson. He's in the wall.
3 wide. 3 by 3 to the line.
Johnson.
Maybe Jimmy Johnson.
He's got him.
Here comes Gordon. He's got the inside. They touch once, twice. Drag race. Jimmy Johnson.
Using all the track.
Such is life in the world of NASCAR racing. No matter how bad it is, it will still create greatness. The COT walked so the next gen could run. So much was learned in the mistakes of the COT, and you always learn more in your failures than your successes. I'll always look back at this era of NASCAR, not with disgust, but with happiness. I miss it.